Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're experiencing bleeding after sex, it can be concerning and scary. But it's important to remember that bleeding after sex is actually quite common and can happen for a variety of reasons. In this video, we'll be discussing some of the most common causes of bleeding after sex, as well as what you can do to help alleviate any discomfort or worry you may be feeling. Firstly, it's important to note that bleeding after sex can happen to anyone, regardless of their gender or sexual orientation. One of the most common reasons for bleeding after sex is vaginal dryness. This can happen if you're not properly aroused before sex, or if you're not producing enough natural lubrication. The friction caused by dry sex can result in small tears or abrasions in the vaginal wall, which can lead to bleeding. Another common cause of bleeding after sex is cervical or vaginal infections. These infections can cause inflammation and irritation in the vaginal area, which can result in bleeding after sex. Some common infections that can cause bleeding include yeast infections, bacterial vaginosis, and sexually transmitted infections (STIs) like chlamydia and gonorrhea. In rare cases, bleeding after sex can be a sign of something more serious, such as cervical or uterine cancer. However, it's important to note that this is usually accompanied by other symptoms, such as pelvic pain, heavy or irregular periods, and unusual vaginal discharge. If you're experiencing bleeding after sex, it's important to talk to your healthcare provider. They can help you determine the underlying cause of your bleeding and recommend appropriate treatment options. Depending on the cause of your bleeding, your healthcare provider may recommend using a vaginal moisturizer or lubricant to help alleviate vaginal dryness, or prescribe medication to treat an infection. In summary, bleeding after sex is a common occurrence that can happen for a variety of reasons. It's important to talk to your healthcare provider if you're experiencing bleeding after sex, as they can help you determine the underlying cause and recommend appropriate treatment options. Remember, taking care of your sexual health is an important part of overall health and well-being.